Alright, hey guys, I'm very glad you enjoyed the video, the Combine interview. Some of you have been saying that the thing is like a really high quality professional production. You know, it's not. It's the reason why the credits only have three people and one of them is credited as an assistant and the other one's credited as just Gordon Freeman is because this was actually a experiment in one-person filmmaking. Um, which I ended up cheating on because I got a little bit frustrated, and that's why I brought in a friend to help me with the camera work. Danny helped me with the camera work, and then after that, I said, "Well, whatever. I'm already cheating," so I brought someone in to play Gordon Freeman. But it may surprise you to know the fact that besides all the post-production things like editing and sound, though I did cheat a little bit and stole some of the all of the music from the Half-Life 2 game, but I thought, oh, Gabe, I'm already stealing most of your copyright. I might as well just steal the music too. It'll save me a lot of time after I've been working on this thing for so goddamn long. Um, well, not long, just drawn out. Realistically, the whole thing was shot over maybe a couple of nights. Yeah, I'd say about 7 nights the whole thing was done, but each night might be a couple of weeks apart just because of scheduling, because of work. Um, you know, uh, it's tough to find time in the summer trying to save up money, and now back at school, it's tough. There's a very busy production schedule, so I'll have to find time to make more videos like this. But let me just show you guys how this is actually all me. Now, let me first just get rid of all these useless things in front. So, well, there's quite a few things. Like, it'll surprise you to know, or not, that that poster there is actually taken from the game, and it's just uh, an actual image from the game because I thought if I'm stealing copyright, I might as well go all out, and just using 3D mapping, sticking it on the wall. And there's a couple places that I use that in the video, but here you can see around these guys just by clicking on them, these boxes, except for this guy, the last guy here. He doesn't have a box because he's the background plate, right? A plate is like a image. It's an image that'll have video on it, but it's like a flat 2D surface for playing images, and then you can cut plates. Um, that's not a very good analogy. I don't know if you cut your plates. I think you just break them. But flat things that you can then cut up and stack. So I've got the background plate, which is just me in the rebel getup. There I am. I'm turning the corner. Whoops. Turning the corner there, and I'm shooting, and then I dive back. Right? And then I say, well, who I'm going to add first? I'm going to add the closest guy who falls on the ground, who gets shot. And what I do is I just take him and I draw this box around him. And if he's moving, and this guy goes from standing to falling, um, I'll animate it. So I'll say at this frame, I want it here. At this frame, I want it here. And I'll constantly adjust that based on where it is. And that's called rotoscoping, where you have a mask, really, drawn around this guy. And then I just stack the mask, so I add another guy, right? And you can see the mask overlapped a little bit because I moved it. So I put it over there, and he has a little bit more space. And then he's got his own little mask, right? And he went from standing, see? You can see him as I move through it. It changes shape to follow him. And then I've got the final mask, which is this guy here, who is not visible because, there we go. And you can see it's got a very wide side on it, and that's because he's got a shadow that he casts a little bit along the wall here that I wanted to capture. So I just kind of hit it along the edge here. But with digital effects today, you really don't have to hide any edges. There's something called feathering, as you can see around the edge of the frame, how it's kind of faded out like that. That's actually a gradient, like a transparent gradient. So the background actually blends in around the edges, so you can't really see the seams at all. Even if, let's say, I took him and I took his mask and I sliced them across the side like that, right? It still has a nice smooth transition between where he is and where the background actually is. Um, so it makes it really easy to do really realistic effects. And you can see here on this guy, I actually got an animated box that follows him as he runs by. and this guy, he's got his own little animated box that it follows him, and you can see that the corner there stretches out because it's a shadow there. And then this guy again in the corner there is the background, and he's the only guy who's actually in the shot, and everyone else is added in. And it's used repeatedly. All the shots that are two people, you can see here. This one, it's another one that's animated. Changes shape a little bit. No, it doesn't. Of course, that one doesn't have any. All throughout this entire sequence, it's all... In fact, here, the eyeball is actually separate because I was blinking when we took that shot. But yeah, throughout the entire thing, it's all just stacking those images on top of each other. And it's really powerful. You don't need a big crew. You don't need a lot of stuff. It was only one costume that was the whole thing. So, you know, don't feel limited by what you have because the digital revolution is here. You know, I just did this with a copy of After Effects, which I think you can get for, I got it in the big pack. I got it through school, but I think you can get it for like $400, $500 for the professional version. And, you know, with a little bit of education and some online tutorials, which, you know, I didn't learn any of this stuff in film school. That's post-production stuff. I'm not in that program. I taught this all to myself. So it's not that hard. You know, you just got to experiment, play around, and you can make your imagination and your creativity you know, come to fruition with a little bit of effort. Now, some of you guys have been asking me if I'm selling any of the extra costumes. Well, I just showed you that there's only one costume. I'm going to be missing Halloween this year, so I will be putting the thing up on eBay as soon as I figure out, or I get the time, and then once I get the time, figure out how exactly you sell on eBay. But I definitely want to have it up there and then sold and shipped out to anybody who wins, or if anyone bids on it, you know, before Halloween, so they can enjoy it for Halloween. The costume does, in fact, have a voice changer in it. Let's see if I can find an image here. See, there's a box here. Oh, where is it? Come on. There's a little box here on his shoulder that actually has a voice changer in it. That actually, so you can go around on Halloween and, you know, scare the crap out of people. Pick up that can. You know, go hog wild on it. All right, well, thank you very much for enjoying the video, and I appreciate all your praise and your comments, and I really wish I did have the resources to make a full-length Half-Life video, or Half-Life movie, because I feel like it's definitely something that could be adapted in a really neat way. But, you know, if you guys want to give me money, I'll probably never get it done, but I'll take your money anyway. Thank you.